Hey, what's up, Bird? I was gonna say, yeah, you actually beat him today. No excuse. Mods these days. Eh, not the best. Hey, what's up, Professor? Yeah, welcome. I'll go ahead and paste the code if you need it here in a minute. It should still be there, though. That's not what I wanted. That's always still hits me. Hey, what's up, Im? You're late. Bird beat you to it. Ah, the up tilt almost came out. How did you survive that? You didn't get hit by anything. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, here, let me go ahead and paste it since I died. This might kill Villager. It's pretty light. Nah. Didn't think so, but worth a try. Back to zoning. I don't like that Pocket makes you invincible to actual attacks too. I'm fine with it grabbing projectiles, but if I read your Pocket and I hit you with a smash attack, it shouldn't give you invincibility. I honestly didn't even register that was a hitbox. Your little spin in the air. GG's. Ah, it's alright. You are getting better though. Jolene, are you new here? Name sounds familiar, but not recently. But I really don't remember any banjos either. Oh well. Look if I'm in. Surprised that was that safe. I figured you'd be in a lot of in lag for that. Need to watch out for grenades. Good. Grab. My inputs aren't coming out as clean as I'd like them to. I think I need to slow down. I should have went for it more. I figured it wasn't gonna work. Good grip. I thought Boomerang was gonna hit you into forward air. I really thought that was gonna catch you. Okay. That was interesting. I thought the grenade was gonna blow up the bomb. GG's. You guys can keep playing. I'll be right back. Why does everything decide to fall all at once when I get up? Had to go grab water real quick, but yeah. I didn't think that was gonna beat the tornado. Maybe I'm thinking of Luigi. I was gonna say I could have swore that thing had armor. It's like, maybe it's just me, but it looks off. Like there's a slowdown every now and then. It could just be me. It's been a long day at work. It's fucking stupid stuff happened today because people are once again stupid. Don't ever trust your money with strangers at a casino. 99% of the time, they're gonna take it and leave. I hate when people do that. Yeah, we had a guest today that was like, oh, I don't know the person, but I went to the bathroom and then the bar to go grab a drink, and I told her to watch my $300 in credits on the slot machine. Surprise, she came back 30 minutes later. That person was gone, the money was cashed out, and they left. GG's. Just stupid people. Like, I wouldn't trust a stranger with $5, much less $300. Hey, welcome you. You. What? Why did it say you? That sounds better than Uyu. But yeah, sorry, Cheese. I don't know if you've been in before. If you have, I don't think it's been a while. But, yeah. You're good. Okay. Yeah, all I ask is that you're not toxic. Other than that, welcome, man. Have fun. I don't think I can trust you, Bird. I don't know. But no, it's like, even they do that all the time, or they'll be like, hey, can you hold my phone while I go to the bathroom and make sure nobody takes it? Again, people take it and leave. Don't trust strangers with anything of yours. Also, don't go to a casino in a truck with a $1,000 pressure washer in the back of your truck with nothing securing it down. Because somebody did that today too. Surprise! It got stolen. By somebody that had no plate on their car whatsoever and didn't go in the casino, so we can't track them. Well, we can, but it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, you'd be surprised with the amount of people that leave their cars unlocked, leave expensive items in their cars, or trust random strangers with their money. We get a lot of people that are also like, I put $100 in it, and I don't know what happened. Next thing I knew, it was gone. We'll review the cameras. Oh no, they sat there for about 15 minutes playing on max bet. That's where your money went. Hey, what's up, Juke? Honestly, I might switch off Link today. I'm just not really feeling him. But nobody else will be any good. So that's the dilemma. Do I play good, or do I just play random nonsense? Yeah, it's a good amount of people today, starting out. found a pressure laying to the side. Oh, you mean a pressure washer? Oh no, they didn't get rid of that. We were watching them. They left. They went immediately on the highway and left. I guarantee you they already sold that to somebody. It's just like the stuff with like the Cadillac converters. If you can't trust people to not steal a Cadillac converter off the bottom of your car in your own housing edition, why would you trust the shady people at a casino? 90% of the guests there are either on some type of drug or just got off of some type of drug. Found 2 combos with up tilt. I thought you already knew like 10 combos with up tilt that does over 30. Yeah, M's a regular. I think next time I play you, I need to be not necessarily more patient, but I was throwing out some stuff that I shouldn't. You're good, Em. I understand people have a bad day. If you want to just chill, you can. You don't have to play.
3, 2, 1, go!
Are you gonna join Juke or are you just hanging out? I don't know. I mean, we've had that discussion multiple times. I can tell the difference, but it feels like you get me in any of them, and I'm just... There's 30-40%. God forbid you have a KO punch. But I'm sure I can get out of it. I just need to stop mashing. You're good, Em. Like I said, if you don't want to play, you don't have to. You can hang out or do whatever. Just a reminder, though, guys, to Wednesday, not tomorrow. I was gonna say Tuesday. Wednesday. We'll do the early stream. I don't know exactly which time yet. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But it'll be that horror game I was talking about. If you play PT, or I'm sure you know what PT is, it's one of those games that was made after. It's kind of a can't talk right now. Spiritual successor to it. So I don't know much about it other than when it came out in pre-alpha, so like the first 10 minutes. But it looked good. We'll see how it is. Okay. Yeah, here in a bit I might switch off a Link and just kind of messing around with Falcon or Chrom or something. I think there's 5 people right now. It seems fine. Earlier, there was like small moments where it kind of, to me, it felt like it stuttered a bit, but it might have just been me. Yeah, wow, that missed? How did it miss? I could swear I've been hit from Banjo's up tilt farther away than that. I feel like you're definitely getting more comfortable with your pellets and kind of forcing approaches with the projectiles, Bird, compared to when you started. I think that's the biggest thing I've noticed your improvement. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really feeling trying super hard right now, but I'll play a little bit more with Link. GG's, guys. Hey, you got any last minute hopes for Link in the update?
2, 1, go!
Yep. Nah, the little pellet. Alright. Not exactly what I wanted. Wow, Boomerang took way too long to come out. Good. Good grab. Oh, that actually took long enough for the spot dodge, didn't work. Alright, that was nice. Ah, good spot dodge. I didn't think you were able to roll and spot dodge quick enough. GG's. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Down tilt mainly for the blind spots, but also I want up smash to be up smash to be fixed, because there's been a lot recently where I've had people fall out of the top of up smash after the first hit hits, and then I'm just stuck swinging away. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know if you've had the same thing, but it's been pretty much anytime there's a platform, like the first or the second hit will hit, but it won't actually finish off or connect. So then I'm just stuck in lag while they're landing right next to me. Nah. No rage today. Yeah, but this is definitely good. I do not fight Banjos that often, so this is much needed matchup experience. No, I think I'm all raged out from Sonic. I'll probably be good for a bit. Now, if it was just me and Juke 1v1 for like hours and not on stream, there might be a bit of rage, but we don't need all that. So I hate it, but I also kind of like her little sarcastic seriously when she dies. Like, it's funny, but if I'm the one fighting him, I'm like, well, what do you mean seriously? Yeah, die. You deserve it. No, it's not the... Well, he was playing Sonic last time, but his Mii Gunner, I can't... For some reason, I cannot consistently beat him, even though I kind of have his strategy downloaded. Sometimes I feel like it's a limitation of Link not being good at approaching, but I'm slowly getting it. I mean, I like Pyra more, personally. I don't know about Xenoblade, never played that, but I like Pyra's playstyle more because she's easier. She's very simple. Maybe nair a couple times, side B, and then go ahead and fish for up B. And honestly, you'll hit it more than you should. I can only have 3 emotes, and I went with the ones that I chose because I thought they were funny. Will I get jump scared on Wednesday? Most likely, yes. The way that this game is designed, like I said, it's a lot like PT. So it's that first person kind of horror, pretty decent graphics. and it's all like in the dark, supernatural, just, you know, it's built for jump scares. Which is probably the only reason why I'm gonna even do a face cam for it, is just because I feel like that'll give you a little bit more entertainment. You gotta be careful, you're almost at up B death percentage. I think it kills at like 70 or 80 around the edge. It's relatively fast out of shield. Yeah, I don't do a face cam often because I don't really feel like setting it up. And I feel like it doesn't add too much value for Smash. Like nobody can. Oh, nice. Oh, nice tech. I thought that was it. Oh, that was unfortunate. GG's. But yeah, I feel like it doesn't add really much for Smash, so I just never set it up. It's usually not worth it. That was a good tech, though. But yeah, for the horror game, it's Visage. I think it'll add at least a little bit of entertainment value. Yeah, I'll probably switch to Link here in about 15 minutes. Yeah, I bought it when it first came out. Like, I think it was still in beta or early access or something. Anyway, I bought it there, and I haven't touched it since. I know that was like 2 or 3 years ago, but it looked fun. I don't even know the story. I just remember being in a house and it being like completely dark. Something about a closet too, like a little girl's closet. No, you're good. I want to play Link a little bit, but I also don't. So I'm gonna play him a little longer, and then I'll probably just mess around with some random characters. Are y'all good? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Yu. I'm sure we have similar interests there. Have you guys not been in the stream together? I was gonna say, I know you both popped up a couple times, but I don't think you guys were in the stream together. But no, I think last time Juke was here, Yu was here too. Yeah, so like I remember the house, and I think when it first came out, the early access, you were playing as some dude. I don't know. I just remember, like I said, some little girl's closet and a TV in a basement. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. I didn't want to look up anything because I'd rather it be a complete surprise. I need to download it though. I'll download it after this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I said, I don't know anything about Xenoblade 1 or 2. You can talk to him about that. Not necessarily my thing from what I saw. I don't mind those kind of games, but it's not something I actively search out. So it's probably not something I'd spend the money on. But yeah, so for Wednesday, I'm gonna go get a haircut because I've been needing to get one for like a month and a half. And I'll probably get something to eat, and then we'll probably start later. So probably around 5 or 6 p.m. my time, so Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, the extent of my Xenoblade knowledge is Smash. I think everybody else is already in the Discord. If you want to join, Cheese, you can. Or if any of you by chance aren't already. But I think you guys are all in the Discord already. Yeah, like there's definitely been times where if up smash would have connected, it may not have killed, but it was at a high enough percent where it definitely would have helped, and then it doesn't. I would say, honestly, those are like the only fixes I really want. I don't need Link to be buffed too much. Just fix a couple hitboxes that don't work the way they should. GG's, guys. And I'll be fine. I kind of enjoy Link not being broken, so whenever people lose to me, or, you know, vice versa, it's not like, oh, well, your character's broken. Granted, Bomb and Nair are borderline, but he's not fast enough to be broken. If he was young Link speed with his tools, he'd probably be top tier. Maybe just because of the size of the hurt box and their weight, maybe they can just shift out of it easier. I don't know. Joker specifically falls out of a lot of my hitboxes too. Like, I really wish we could back air Joker out of shield. No, up B. Come on. I was trying to be fancy. Well, alright. Yeah, I do wish jab was a little faster. There's a lot of interactions where it's like, alright, what's my fastest move that's not super laggy and not an aerial? Oh, it's jab at like frame 9. Well, Also, make down tilt hit ledge hang. There we go. Get rid of our sin. I'm really hesitating with these moves that I shouldn't be. There it is. GG's. Well, see, that's not even really buffs, though. All it is just fixing hitboxes. There's no reason why a sword swipe on the ground shouldn't catch somebody's fingers. If F tilt can hit ledge hang for some characters, down tilt should also do it. Oh, I was looking at chat, but okay. Oh, you started grabbing more. And now I have to be more careful. Well, that was supposed to be a Z drop, but apparently not. Again, you started grabbing a lot more. You used to never grab. Aye. Mm-hmm. Wow, that grabbed. Well, better than a shield break. How dare you tech that? That was okay. GG's. Wait, did I miss something? Where'd Bird go? Bird, where you at? It was supposed to be a fast fall in there, but it did a down air. Which I honestly don't think would have helped in that situation either. You still would have just shielded and up smashed me in the leg. Okay, I mean, you're all good. You don't gotta worry. Like I said, I'm about to switch characters, so don't worry about that. So, well, I'll ask you after this match is done. I was gonna say I have a question for you, Duke. Good tech. Yeah, they're definitely one of the funner recent DLCs for me to play, even though I don't care about their character. Like, I like playing Kazuya, and Sephiroth's alright, but Steve's not really my thing, so Pyro and Mythra was actually fun. They're one of the few DLCs I bothered to get into Elite Smash. I don't play Quick Play anymore. I haven't played Quick Play in a long time, but they are excited for Sora. I don't really care one way or the other. At the end of the day, I'm just fine with new Smash content, but it's kind of sad that that's going to be the last one. Yeah, I was never a big Kingdom Hearts person. I tried it, couldn't get into it. I mean, you knew people were going to be mad either way. If it would have been a Master Chief or a Sora or a Doom or anything like that, people were going to have their disagreements. Yeah, I think... You know, it's been a while since I've really played Falcon. I played Chrom the other day. I think I'll go ahead and switch to Falcon. Oh hey, Echoes is on. I wonder if he's gonna join. Honestly, I know some other people might not agree. I'd rather take that over Sora. If they didn't give us Sora and just fixed the internet to where it wasn't trash all the time, I'd be fine. Oh yeah, no, I did not buy that. Like, as cool as it would be to play Ocarina of Time and whatnot on my Switch, I play it on my randomizer on the PC, which actually is something I need to do sometime soon. I've been debating it for a while. I might do an Ocarina of Time randomizer at some point on one of my off days. Hey, what's up, Echo? Welcome. I'll go ahead and post the code for you. I really can't talk today. It's like, what, the 6th time I've twisted my words? Hey, what's up, Sonic? Ooh, we'll be full if both of you guys join. Before you guys start, let me go ahead and switch characters. Who did I say? Falcon? Yeah, we'll go with Falcon. Yeah, what's up, Sonic? Yeah, we're good. It's a full stream today. remember. That probably makes me a bad streamer. Don't remember. Or did you just stay home? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask Juke a question. What was it? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask who he thinks the better Mac is between him and the name's escaping me. What was the name? Why is your friend's name escaping me? The one in Troy-Con's group. I don't know what Big Bear is. But yeah, like that's the thing. Even if they increase the library, I'm probably not gonna pay 30. No, not Peanut. Or maybe he's Peanut. I don't know. He was in Troy's thing. He's in the Discord too. Let me check real quick. Angeloid. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Well, as you guys said it, I pulled up his name in Discord. Yep, another Mac to add to the list that I can't beat. No, it was good matches against him though. He plays different from Juke, so it's interesting, but I can definitely see, you know, just the basic Mac similarities. Yep, GG's guys. Yeah, I was surprised you guys knew each other. Alright, Bird. Appreciate you stopping by. One sec. That actually reminds me. Where am I? Where are you at? Alright, I'll just do this. That's not what I want. Yep, see ya, Bird. No teaming up on Lunk. Maybe later. We did team battles yesterday, so we might do free-for-alls today. At the end. So yeah, I know you're new here. Cheese. Usually like the last 15-30 minutes of the stream, which is in about an hour, we end up doing like free-for-alls or doubles or something, just to kind of mix it up. But yeah, when I look at it in hindsight, a lot of what I struggle against Mac with is me throwing out options when it's not really a good moment to, and then getting punished for it. But there's still, I do struggle against, once Mac gets in with Link, I end up getting overwhelmed, and I have a hard time figuring out how to get out of it. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I struggle with overall, like in general, is adapting once somebody figures out how I play. And Juke knows how I play pretty well, so I really struggle. Yeah, that gets me a lot too. Which, that's a, yes, Mac hits through Link's snare. A lot of Mac's moves do, which, if you're going on autopilot with Link, that's something that tends to happen. You'll try to throw out an air, and yeah, pretty much, you don't know what's good to throw out, but you'll throw it out like normal matchups, and he'll just super armor through it, and then you got Mac up close. It's hard for Link to get out of there. Yeah, I mean, super armor is a different discussion. Personally, most people here know that too. I hate super armor. I always have in any fighting game. I don't like the concept of getting rewarded for getting hit first. Not a big fan of comeback mechanics either. Like, they can be kind of fun. Mortal Kombat, you know, X-ray moves are cool and all, or fatal blows, whichever version you're playing. But yeah. And like, I can give super armor a pass if it's on a move that's slow. So you can kind of, like Ganon's neutral B or something. It's got a little bit of super armor. It's slow though. But anyway, that's, I may not like it, but it's in the game, so it's on me to adapt and figure out how to play around it. Which is, like, part of the reason whenever I get frustrated at, like, say Sonic or Mac when I'm losing at them, it's not so much that I'm mad at them, I'm more mad at myself for not being able to adapt. Yeah, because there'll be times I'll lose every match. And I'm like, oh, why am I not adapting to this? But at the end of the day, it's all for fun. But yeah, comeback mechanics are... In Smash, they're a little different. In other games, like, you know, maybe a Street Fighter or a Mortal Kombat, the health bar kind of helps. That you can usually only have it under a certain amount of health. And they can typically still be blocked. Smash works a little different, where it's less of like a comeback and more of a buff. It's constant. But even then, I don't respect Arsene at all. I still play Joker as if I'm playing him normally. Sometimes that works in my favor. Sometimes it doesn't. And all, like, I'm kind of fine with Arsene, honestly, as a comeback mechanic. It's a buff, yeah, but it's not necessarily broken. I'd rather have that kind of buff that goes away after a little bit of time, like Limit or Arsene, over a KO or a... What's Kazuya's grab called? That special one that kills at like 20? And it has super armor, and it goes through shields? Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm like, why? Why would you put that in? I know in Tekken it's a rage drive, but I don't know if his has like some special, you know, electric wind god fist is his regular. Yeah, and I mean, I love playing Kazuya. He's fun. I love Tekken. It's real cool that he's in Smash, but it doesn't need to have every attribute. It doesn't need to be broken with super armor, kill early, and go through shield. Yeah, I'll probably do it after the stream, Bird. Just because I don't feel like going in Twitch right now and messing with it. That too. Yeah, like at least KO punch. Oh, for some reason I thought I was playing for a second. I saw Link and I was like, oh, I'm playing. I forgot Yu also mains Link, and he's actually better than me, so. Okay, yeah, I'll do it after the stream. But yeah, I don't understand the rules for his grab. I thought like maybe if he missed it or if he got grabbed it would go away. I need to look into that more. Have a good night, Bird. Yeah, like that's my only saving grace against Mac, is if I can manage to stall you out long enough to either grab you or hit you with a random hitbox like a boomerang or an arrow. Yeah, it should still be one of those like Mac. If you're gonna have a move like that, it needs to be one of those that, okay, you're for sure you're gonna hit this or it's gone. And I mean, speaking of comeback mechanics, Terry's, I actually like Terry's. I get that it's certain, like, you know, it's certain moves that he unlocks after a certain amount of damage. That's fine with me, because usually around the time Terry is getting around that damage for Link, he's at about kill percent too. So if I'm careful, it's usually not that much of a threat. Now I could see for a character like maybe Young Link or Sheik or something that racks up damage but kind of has a little bit of trouble killing outright, why a comeback mechanic like Terry's wouldn't necessarily be as even. Okay, no worries, man. We'll see how my Rusty Falcon does. Probably not gonna do too much. You feeling better, Im? I feel like Yu definitely has more mix-ups than I do with Link. I kind of go for the same stuff over and over again. Boomerang, fair, landing nair, up B out of shield, and then random bomb shenanigans. GG's, guys. Whereas I feel like Yu's practiced a little bit more of the combos in training. A little bit, yeah. I should know that Falcon Kick does not win against Bomb. good. Good retreat. That's not exactly what I wanted, but... Damn. GG. Honestly, I haven't been in the Link Horde in a while. Pretty much ever since I started streaming, most of the time if I'm playing Smash, it's here. So my off time, I'm not chilling around in the Link Horde as much as I used to. Which sucks, because there's a lot of good players there, but it is a lot of Link Dittos too. Like, now I kind of understand, not that it's at the same level, but why Silentor doesn't really go in the Link Horde as much. I'm sure it's also like a level thing, but since he streams full time, he's not going to be messing around in there, and in his off time he probably doesn't want to do Smash. I still like playing it, but I don't as much. Like, I mean, I play Smash, what, 5 days a week, essentially? I still love it, but in my off time, I'm usually spending time with my girlfriend or something. I'm not in the Link Horde looking for matches. Yeah, I don't even think I've checked it in a couple months. That's actually what my my first stream was, though. I was messing around in the Link Horde, and then after they had to go, I just had an open arena. I think it was. Is it my first or my second? Is it really? I was gonna say, last time I was in there, the friendlies was actually pretty active. I don't know if maybe people just lost interest or what's going on. Granted, 90% of the traffic I would see in there would be like you guys. Yu, Juke, Ursa would pop in every now and then. I'd be there every now and then. Jay stopped popping in friendlies as much. Rex every now and then would pop up. He started doing less and less. And then there was a couple new people around the time I stopped popping in as much. I don't know their names. No, I don't need it. I keep... So, like, seeing you play Link, I want to, but I'm good. I don't need to. I'm gonna play Falcon for today. Honestly, I feel like this is a hard matchup for Link. Just because without Bomb, he doesn't have much to make Gunner approach. I've said that before though. I don't feel like Link really excels when he has to be the one approaching. Yeah. And honestly, it feels like a lot of the time, me Gunner's projectiles just kind of win out. GG's. Yeah. I don't feel like it's super in me Gunner's favor, but I do feel like it's slightly losing for Link. If Link was faster, I would probably say it's even. But yeah, like that's the thing, as he was saying. The few times I can beat his me Gunner, I have to be super aggressive and just not let him do anything. Okay, so you feel the same way, you think that it's in Gunner's favor a little bit? It's still rare for me to get another Link's opinion on pretty much anything, so it's nice to have another Link in the chat for a bit. Honestly, the Sword Fighter I don't mind as much, just because I feel like Sword Fighter's regular kit kind of sucks. It's just his special moves. Brawler can be hit or miss depending on what kind of setup they got. I can see that. It actually does. Granted, I don't have a lot of experience with it, but if I remember right, Brawler's Nair actually beats my Nair too in most scenarios. Or if it does trade, it ends up better for them. Yeah. I don't know, like I said, I feel like Link's a little too slow. So, once... like, he has to struggle to get in, because me Gunner's not going to be forced to approach in that matchup. With Bomb or Boomerang, you're still going to have to be the one to approach. And for your trouble, you might take a decent chunk of damage, and you really have to make it count, in my opinion, once you actually do get in. Whether it be gimping them, make sure they don't recover, that should be reflected, in my opinion, too. I think that's a fundamental flaw with the way I play, though, is I think about it more of who needs to approach. When there might be times where I probably don't need to approach, and neither does the opponent. I need to zone out better. But I feel like me Gunner does win the zoning game. Wow, Fox is still alive? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, honestly, I find me Gunner to be harder than a Samus. And I think it's solely because, yeah, they have more mix up with projectiles, but also, once I get in for Samus, it's not as bad. Me Gunner is actually faster than I think, and has a good amount of range on a lot of his moves. that probably explains why I wouldn't know, because I haven't been since local started going back up. But that's a shame though, because like I play online more, well yes, also because of stream, but the only local that's on a day that I'm off is like an hour drive from me. And I don't feel like driving an hour just to hopefully get a couple friendlies in, play the tournament. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd much rather fight Samus. No offense, Sonic. I just feel like I can work around Samus's projectiles easier. I just threw out Samus because it's what most people would think of as a zoner. So one thing I will say about the Link cord, not to be negative on it or anything, but ever since that matchmaking video that Jama and all them, Jama, Rex, and Jay made, it seems like any question you ask now, it's, oh, go look at the video, or go search it up. And I get, it probably gets annoying getting the same questions asked, but Discord search kind of sucks in the first place. And maybe I want to actually have a discussion about it instead of just reading it. Like, okay, what do I do for X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? And I feel like when I was last in there, that was a general attitude for most things. It was, use the search bar. I don't want to answer that. That kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate you stopping by, Cheese. And I get it. GG's, man.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yep, hopefully we'll see you again, and you can always ping the Discord for friendlies if you want to play some matches with people too. I know M, Bird, and a couple other people are usually in there, like Blade is usually in the friendlies channel. Yeah, and like, that's also part of the reason why I wanted to start streaming, is because I wanted to get better, and I hate whenever I ask people for advice on a matchup. Like, so we'll take the Mii Gunner for example. I have asked about advice on that in both the Link cord and subreddits. I always get that same, just jump over his projectiles, or shield. And I'm like, alright, thanks, that doesn't help. Not to say everybody in the cord does it, but I have noticed it becoming more prevalent the longer I've been in there compared to when I first joined. That's why, as much as I get frustrated fighting Juke, he's always willing to answer my questions, or even give suggestions to just like, alright, hey, when I do this move, it's laggy, watch out for this after, that kind of thing. And that's the kind of advice you should be getting when you ask for matchup advice. Yeah, I'll give people advice like that all day about Link if they have specific questions. Number one thing I usually tell people when they first join: don't roll in. Especially on a platform. If I've nared you onto a platform or boomeranged and you land on one, don't roll in. Because 90% of the time, Link is too slow to follow you if you roll out. I might be able to throw a projectile, but I'm looking for a roll in so I can get you with forward air. On the ledge, I'm looking for F tilt, maybe a bomb setup. Granted, that's a habit of mine, but it's something that I do know a lot of people don't keep in mind. Link's get up attack has a lot of range. A lot of the time I'm looking for F tilt. And be prepared to tech. Off stage. GG's. Like I said, part of me wants to switch to Link, but I'm just gonna stick with Falcon for the night. Another thing I wish was a little different for Gunner is I wish his projectiles, like some of his bombs, would damage him if he's close to. Or at least have a bit more lag. I understand they have a decent amount of startup lag, but that requires you to already be in front of Gunner. It's alright, I feel like I am very slowly getting the Gunner matchup down better, but I still need to work on it a lot. That's something I've thought too, or the fact that I want to say it kills at like 105 or 110. Oh no, you're good. You play whoever you want. Like I said earlier, I just wasn't feeling Link. But then like I see you guys play and I'm like, oh, what can I do with Link there? But I'm gonna work on Falcon. I need to work on at least a couple of secondaries just in case. It's probably better to not only know how to play one character. There it is. GG's. Am I next? We'll see how this goes. So it's not every time, but I have noticed more often than not. That's one of the few things I really check. When I have questions on a matchup or something, I'll go ahead and search in there. And a lot of it's either there's no reply at all, or it's a lot of like, just jump, or look at the matchup video. And I'm like, maybe they want, they want to actually discuss it with somebody instead of just looking at a video. Wow, that lasts for quite a while. Yeah. Well, that's, yeah, like, that's the thing. You need a discussion, but people, they just want to give you, like, the generic answer, and then it's like, okay, well, like, again, take Aiden, for example. He's not stupid. Once I start getting in, he recognizes how, and he's patient. So that kind of invalidates, like, the, oh, we'll just jump. I didn't even see your next attack. Okay, I was wondering if that would go through it. That's not what I wanted to do at all. No, not what I wanted. Yeah, GG's. Alright, Echo, sorry, I didn't see that while I was playing. Thanks for hanging out, man, if you're still here. But yeah, like, that's kind of what I was saying, though. It's like, so you can say, okay, against this, you should just shield, or you should jump. But that's why I kind of like match analysis a little more than just, you know, matchups. I saw it, but honestly, I don't know if I mashed air dodge and it didn't come out, or if I was still in lag from something else. I don't know. There's a lot of the time where I'm not, like, I'm aware of it, but I also mash quite a bit in disadvantage. So I was probably just in disadvantage for that. But what I was saying is, that's why I like the match analysis, because it's like, if I asked how to get around Mii Gunner's projectiles, people are just gonna say jump. Okay, well, what if your opponent knows how to do good anti-aerials as well as their projectiles. And they're like, oh, well, look for the pattern. Well, if they're smart, they'll change the pattern. They'll know that you're adapting, and they'll adapt in turn. Granted, I know that's hard to answer without a replay, which, again, is why I like the match replays more, but it's like, alright, what are my best approaching tools with Link? Nair doesn't always work all the time, because say I nair the bomb like that, it'll do the first hitbox and then I'll get hit by the explosion and put in disadvantage. I don't know, I know it's a complex question too, but it annoys me when people don't even try to like help. Like, alright, well, tell me more specifically what you're struggling with. Here's some of your best approaching tools for that kind of thing. See, like, that's what I'm saying. I think that should have more lag, because you were close up to him. I mean, I know it's kind of a different discussion, but the fact that you're even willing to say that, and, you know, if you're a character expert, or claim you're a character expert for one, you should be able to also kind of provide some input on what those tools might be, rather than... I get what you're saying. That's... I don't know. It's all hypothetical right now, but... it's just something I kind of noticed. And it's not just one specific Discord, it's a lot of people do it. Even I do it sometimes. I'll be like, hey, jump over this, but... I'm switching to Link. I want to. So, wait before you guys start this next match. Alright, Yu. Alright, thanks for hanging out while you came in. I appreciate you stopping by. It's understandable. I do it a lot against him too. Yep. Yep. I know the feeling very well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh no, yeah, dude, I understand completely. Like I said, it's not my favorite matchup either, but I don't know, the part of me that wants to figure it out usually ends up winning over the part of me that like wants to have fun. I don't think that should kill. That, I mean, it's not early, but for something that's as fast and hard to see as it is, granted it's got a very straight line, but still. Yeah, it's unfortunate Mac doesn't have really a good get-up attack option. That was a good awareness to run up and shield. Oh, you gonna be able to secure it? I actually wish it was a little easier to gimp me Gunner. Maybe I should go for more T-spikes against him. How did the up air beat out side B? Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. GG's. Or up tilt. Alright, let's see if I can do this with Link. You know what? If I'm gonna die, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm not sure if your bomb saved you there or not, but I feel like it did. don't agree with that. What? How did that still hit me? GG's. I need to remember that your bomb has a large explosive radius for how small it is. Well, some of it was that, but also some of it was just me not thinking your explosive was going to reach at all. But it's a trade-off. Because bomb is a really good pressuring tool for us. And it takes forever to pull out, so it's better to do it at a distance. Not many matchups can somebody go ahead and have a projectile or something that's strong enough to meet us during bomb pull, but also explode the bomb, so we end up having to pull another one. Can you control how far your little bomb goes? Not that one. That one. Because I felt like I had the range figured out for a minute, and then it just kept going farther. Also, lesson learned. If I manage to hit it back at you early enough to where I'm out of range, good. If not, not worth it. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was gonna say, how did that not kill? It was the aerial version. I was like, there is no way you should be alive right now. How did that still hit for it to count as a parry? There was no visual indication of the hitbox being near Mac. GG's. That's a problem with Smash in general, though. For a lot of characters, their hitbox does not line up visually with what's going on screen. Hey man, all I ask is that you're not toxic. Other than that, welcome. Yeah, no, it was the aerial version. It doesn't kill as early. I wish that did not last as long. But yeah, welcome man. Like I said, all I ask is that you're not toxic. Other than that, have fun. Oh, my own bomb betrayed me again. Definitely did not want Arrow to come out. See, I wish my boomerang would just clank with that. The fact that it goes... No, I'm talking about in chat. Playstyle is no biggie. Yeah, as long as you're not actually toxic in chat, I can deal with however you play. But yeah, I wish your little Invisibomb would clank with Boomerang or something. No, not what I wanted. Because that, right there, I throw anything out from far away, and it's already there while I'm in the lag of my projectile, without the benefit of the projectile. And I need to remember that. That's on me, I'm aware. Key things from that match to keep in mind. Getting caught throwing out Boomerang a lot by side B. Bomb lasts longer than I think, but also it's motion censored, I guess? You know what I mean, like if I touch it, it explodes, and it lasts there for quite a long time. honestly, I feel like once I figure out all of the ins and outs of each projectile and how to get around them, just need to keep in mind that Mii Gunner is a little bit faster on his frame data than I would want to assume. And that you have a habit of being in shield a lot, which is something I need to grab more. If it stays like this, we might not do free-for-alls or team battles in a bit. We might just keep the 1v1s. It depends. Because, so for you... Is that Austin? Super Smash Austin? Austin. Super Smash Austin. Alright. So for you, Austin, typically the last 15 to 30 minutes of the stream, we normally do free-for-all or team battles, and that's in about 40 minutes is usually when I stop. But we'll probably just keep the 1v1s going so people can get more time to play. Like, it's usually a nice little break from, you know, really trying to 1v1 and actually play, which win or lose doesn't matter here, but just to kind of play with a little bit of chaos. Sometimes we'll put like Final Smash or something, just kind of break it up, you know. GG's.
Nice work, man. Got it all figured out.
As much as I hate fighting the Mac, I feel bad for you, Juke, just because I feel like any matchup with a projectile is kind of like that. You've got to play so much more patiently. Granted, some of them you can overwhelm, but still, at least for Link, for a lot of other projectile characters, the boomerang and the bomb help enough to either force approach or to where I don't have to rush in as much. So I gotta ask, is it Donkey because of Donkey Kong, or do you like video game Donkey as well? I was gonna assume Donkey Kong, but that could also be a possibility. Oh, waste of KO. I always forget that's an option for you. Just drop down and immediately side B back. Yeah. Oh no, you're all good, man. Feel free to join. All I ask is that you're not toxic in chat wise, you know, and not like teabagging Thompson after every kill. Other than that, have fun. If either one of you want any advice on anything, if I can, I will try. Just let me know. Most people in chat are kind of the same way. But yeah, that's pretty much my own rule. Hey, what's up, Potato? Welcome. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow for us too. I don't think it really matters too much for the fact that you're in Australia. Well, I guess technically for me it is today. It's just a long time. But I consider it tomorrow because that's when I'll be waking up and then he'll be out. Yeah, actual date wise, I can see that being kind of different for some people. GG's.
That a little too easy for you, son.
I don't know, that's just something I noticed when I play like Falcon or something. Is I'm like, man, I really wish I had a projectile here to kind of counter camp a little. But then again, yeah, you don't really struggle with mine either.
2, 1, go!
How dare you not fall for the old boomerang. Good tech. Oh, sorry, I'll read the chat here in a minute, Potato. It's kind of hard when I'm playing against Juke. Yeah, I had to watch out for that. Hey, thanks, Sonic. Oh, damn, it didn't detonate in time. GG's.
And the winner is Lil Mac.
No, it's not a game. It's he's a YouTuber. Yeah, that used to be my one saving grace for this matchup. My Juke's pretty good about spacing around it. Yeah, when me and Juke first started playing, up B had a shield and Just like a couple of my habits would, I'd be able to win every other game. It'd be a trade-off. But he's gotten a lot better about spacing around it, to where a lot of it's actually pretty safe. Can you make a thing you buy with points? No, I don't think the heart pieces apply for anything like that. It's just on Twitch. If you meant, can I make another reward? Yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. But as far as the heart pieces, they're just channel points for Twitch. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do with Switch friends or anything like that with the channel points. I don't know, I'm still pretty new to it, so there might be. But it's, from what I understand, the only way to get them is just by viewing and talking, and the only thing they're used for is just rewards on Twitch. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding what you're trying to ask. Nice. Yeah, I know there is ways you can do like gambling events, kind of, to where like you'd vote on something out of the options, and if you're right, you get a payout. I could do that for matches whenever I figure out how to actually do that. Oh, okay, you meant that. So, yeah, you can go ahead and send me a friend. I don't really care about that. You can go ahead and send one if you want. I'm not that big of a streamer where I need to filter out friend requests. I'll pretty much accept just about anybody. I thought you meant like, is there something specifically you would get for being Switch friends with me? And I was like, not that I know of. Yeah, I've added quite a few people from the stream already. I actually have to, for, as far as I understand it, for Mario Kart. You have to be friends with somebody, or at least played with them before. So when we do the Mario Kart streams every now and then, I end up adding a bunch of people. I should probably look at it. I haven't looked at my friend requests in a couple weeks. I know I've got notifications there, I just haven't got around to it. But yeah, I'm really trying to think of some... Okay, it might be. I know last time I checked, I had one from Dino and Bird, I believe. And I ended up doing that, but I haven't checked since then. GG's, guys. I might sit out from this point on so you guys can get some more rotations in. I'll probably play like one more match, since I usually stop here in about 30 minutes. That way you guys can get some more playtime. I don't know. I feel like for me, Gunner specifically, for me, the camping isn't as much of an issue as the fact that even when I get in, he's got some pretty decent frame data. Or, well, Link is slow, too. But yeah, it's... I'm slowly getting there. I just need to keep in mind certain interactions or not to get caught throwing out boomerang or bomb in certain positions that are usually safe. Alright, Juke. I appreciate you hanging out while you can, man. It was nice to see you again. Have a good night. That's understandable. Unfortunately. I mean, I can't do too much more myself. It's just Nintendo at this point. I always think that should have more lag than it does, but it really doesn't. Okay. Sword combos. I don't know if it'll be that bad. Hopefully not. Hopefully they learned their lesson with Bayonetta. But he definitely seems like he's gonna be annoying once he gets a good combo on you. At least on the bright side, he's pretty light. And it's early, you know, he hasn't even been out yet. Give it a couple weeks, because I mean, almost every character looks broken in their reveal trailer or whatever. I did install that bot in the Discord, so you can go ahead and use that. I completely forgot about it, honestly. Wow, that was pretty delayed. Again, getting hit, throwing boomerang, unsafe. Should have just up beat. Kinda surprised that your Nair ends up beating mine. Nah, damn it, I was going for forward air. GG's. Damn side B. Need to remember it. Oh, okay. That was not the best start. I wonder if Hylian Shield will block your side B. I don't think so because the explosion ends up going behind it too. Unfortunately, and it doesn't physically clank with it. I really need to get better at punishing your recovery. But I have to keep in mind about side B and then It's actually got a decent amount of angle on it too. It's not just straight up. GG's guys. That was a little bit laggy. Oh, it's getting late. We got about 15 minutes left, so we'll probably do 1 or 2 more rotations, depending on how it goes. That's a combo I'm really familiar with. Max down tilt has a lot of range, like a deceptively large amount of range. That was weird. It didn't connect. Does the side B not connect if it's right in front of you? Does it have to travel a certain amount of distance? Or did Mac just armor through it? Oh, okay. I mean, didn't expect that, but alright. Oh, you were talking about that move, Juke? I thought you were talking about the other one. Yeah, GG's. Again, that kills so... Well, maybe not early. I forgot what percentage was at, but I never expected to kill. That's alright. I am used to the loadout. I still make the same mistakes. Alright. I felt like last match I was doing good. Just needed to be a little bit more careful.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's a shame that I get hit by something every time I'm right about the way I should approach. I still get hit by the bomb. Ooh, I was gonna say, hopefully that doesn't kill me. I didn't know. And I'm dead. Yep. Why does that not work? Again. GG. Alright, these will be the last two matches. Alright, thanks for the follow, Harp. Oh, I said thanks for the follow. Yeah. I mean, they all help. Oh, okay. Yeah. Honestly, this isn't your worst Mii fighter. This one, I feel like I'm figuring out how to deal with. There's another loadout you have that seems worse. Yeah, because Sonic kind of, usually when he plays, he switches between like 4 different Mii fighters. And Sans isn't as bad. I've beaten Sans a couple times. I have an idea of how to beat him. I just need to be careful. There's one of his loadouts that I just feel like everything I do gets invalidated. I mean, I've made some stupid Mii fighters, but I don't really play them. The only one I play is the Sword Fighter, and that's just because that's kind of where the name comes from. I know it's not the most creative, but yeah, back when Smash 4 was first released, naturally, as you do, we made stupid looking Mii fighters. One of them was Link, but he was stupid, so it was Lunk. Like I said, not the most original. I'm sure everybody had the same damn idea as soon as Mii Fighters got announced, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't grab Ledge on the way down. Look at these guys. Alright, next match is going to be the last one. So make any adjustments. Character switches now if you want. I can't keep track. I know you use multiple Miis. Ooh, terrible final stage, but oh well. It's whichever one you have that shoots out the grenades too from the neutral B. I feel like that one's harder for me to work against. Because you have the regular grenades, your neutral B grenades, and then your side B. I think it's, I forgot what it was. But it's a bit more flexible, it seems, in this one. Oh yeah, no worries, man. I think you're the only other person besides me who's used it. Honestly, I think most of the people in the Discord forget it's there. I'm gonna assume that's the one you were talking about. I kind of just Google searched it, and that was one of the first results that popped up. Yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of forgot it was in the Discord as well. Is it more detailed? Because I mean, it seems like it's got a lot of detail, and then you can just switch the active hitboxes from the actual picture, which I thought was nice. Or whichever move you're wanting. Yeah, I think this one literally just rips it straight from the Ultimate Frame Data site, the entire spiel. Alright. That's gonna be it for the night, guys. I appreciate you all hanging out. And hopefully I'll see you guys next stream. But for now, have a good night, guys. Here, Harv, if you want to go ahead and join the Discord, you can. It's usually where we have friendlies and whatnot and updates. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good night.